Hey there, Virgo, and welcome to your week of December 6th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to be looking at your energy coming into this week, some possible challenges and possible outcomes for you as well. We're going to give some clarity to all those cards and then tie everything off with an oracle card at the end of the video. So you're going to want to stick around for all that. These are general messages, though. Here, Virgo, so some, all, or none of it may resonate with you. If it does resonate, that's great, but if it doesn't, just not part of your message, so don't try to make something fit that doesn't. Well, without further ado, let's take a look. We got you coming in as the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Swords here. I feel like you're on the path to a big time improvement here. And I feel like this is something you're very, what's the word I want to use here? Dedicated and very disciplined here. With the Eight of Swords, it's a card of self-imposed restrictions. So that can be something where you're like, I'm not going to, I'm not going to order a pizza this weekend, right? Like, that's something I have a hard time resisting. But, like, something like that. Like, I'm not going to order a pizza this weekend. I'm not going to spend that money. I'm not going to eat that food that's not good for me, even though it's delicious. So, something like that. Or I'm not going to, impulse buy. Or I'm not going to do something like that. So, putting those kind of restrictions on yourself. With the Five of Wands here, it's about it's about improvement. It's about training here. Like, these people all look like they're fighting here, but they can also be training just to improve each other's skills with these wands, right? So that can be something here where you're kind of putting some restrictions on to improve yourself. So maybe you're dieting at this time, or maybe you're exercising here. And this is a situation where you're maybe in some rough waters, like the Six of Swords is telling us, but you're heading towards good ones. So I feel like you're on the right track. So whether you're dieting, just start up a new diet, or you're on a new budget, or maybe both even, just heading towards like healthier, wealthier space at this time. So that's fantastic, Virgo. So let's take a look and see what we got here for you for your potential challenges this week. See what's happening here. We got the King of Cups, the Empress, and the Page of Swords. King of Cups is popular amongst you Earth signs this week. It's come up for all three of you. So you may want to go give Taurus and Capricorn's readings checking out too. Oh, excuse me. We have the King of Cups and the Empress and the Page of Swords in your challenges here. I feel like there's some confusion going on with you. And maybe you see here with the Page of Swords, there's these clouds around. He doesn't have clarity here, and he's kind of afraid to reach out to try and communicate, to find the clarity, or to, search around to try and, clear the fog. Maybe he doesn't know where he should go, right? With the Empress as well, she can be very much about, you kind of being in a lack of abundance, kind of in a scarcity place where you feel like you're kind of in a scarcity mindset, or maybe feeling like you're stagnant, like you don't have any power at this time, right? There's this waterfall here behind her that represents like the infinite power, essentially, that the Empress can draw on to create and birth into this world whatever she wants here. And that running water for you could potentially say, like, maybe you don't feel like you have that power at this time. Maybe you feel like that scarcity mindset, maybe you only have so much, and that's why you're kind of afraid to reach out, because you're like, oh, I don't know, like, I can only do this so many times, or I can only ask or make a first impression, you know what I mean? Like, something like that. And with the King of Cups as well, I feel like it's also very hectic for you. You feel like you're very much in a kind of an emotional turmoil, right? The King of Cups is someone who has their emotions in control. He's not fazed by, like, flashes of anger or happiness or anything like that. He knows not to let them get out of control, right? To enjoy them and experience them, yes, but not to let them kind of override him and cloud his judgment or something here. And like, I feel like for you very much is a confusing time here, where you may feel like you don't know where to go. You don't feel like you have the strength to do anything here or manifest what you want. And like, things are just kind of getting like, you're getting a little too worked up here, Virgo. So let's take a look and see what we got for some potential outcome cards here for you. See what's happening there. All right, let's take a look. Got that Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands here. Yeah, You need to work. You need to get some help. I need some help. Like, no, you need to work with a team here. Like, get some people, maybe just one person even, or a group of people even, to kind of help you out, kind of help you work through some things here at this time, Virgo. Yeah, I just feel like you kind of need to work with some people to help you kind of get through this, to work through this. You know, we have this Eight of Pentacles, which tells us practice makes perfect. It tells us to kind of put the hard work in, refine our skills, you know, work hard here. So I feel like what you're doing here, where you're trying to improve yourself and stuff, this is going to take time to work on, right? Maybe that's what's happening here, is that you're kind of putting the work in, you're trying to improve yourself here, but there's some confusion because maybe you hit a bump in the road, right? Maybe there's some sort of like hiccup this week where, you know, you kind of fall off the wagon a little bit or something. Now you're not sure what to do, right? Because it's jumbled everything up. But, you know, just, you know, talk it out, ask some people. Like, the internet's a big, wide place here. You know, I feel like everyone's asked every question you could at this point on the internet. So I'm sure there's some answers out there, or at least some options for you to go some different ways here. And even just asking your friends and your family members as well, or just people you know in general, for their input as well. And with the Four of Wands here, it's a card of happiness, a card of, you know, commitment to happiness, commitment for future happiness as well. So I feel like you're just heading in a positive direction here. I feel like this is just going to be a bump in the road for you this week here. So let's take a look at some possible outcome cards for you here this week, or possible clarifier cards for you this week here, Virgo. Before we do, though, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you being here, taking some time with me. Hopefully this has been resonating with you. Hopefully this has been clicking with you. But we are going to tie everything off with an oracle card after this. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what we got. We got the Death card here, sign of Scorpio, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Wands. All right. So Death card, sign of Scorpio. You might be dealing with a Scorpio this week. May have Scorpio in your chart, but the Death card's about the end of a cycle. So yeah, you're just trying to end something here. Maybe it's unhealthy spending, unhealthy health, you know, of course, or something along those lines here. So I'm loving that. With the King of Wands, you're very focused on growth, very focused on focused on growth, and focused on making sure you get what you want here. You can see the wand in his hand. He's very focused on it, very focused on the leaves, the sprouts and such growing out of it here. So I'm loving that. And we also have the Seven of Swords, which is you're trying to protect yourself. So I feel like this is kind of like you're trying to future-proof yourself. You're trying to, you know, make sure that future, you know, Virgo is in a happy place. And then for future Virgo can be like, thanks, past Virgo. I appreciate the help. Thank you so much. So let's take a look at some possible, there's that Three of Pentacles again. Some possible clarifiers for your challenge cards. All right, what do we got? The Three of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. You might be a little too focused on winning, on like achieving your goals here, right? The Five of Swords is about being driven, you know, driven to win, driven to achieve what you want to achieve. But it can also be a card where you're so focused on it, like you don't care who gets in the way, or you don't care what happens, as long as you achieve what you want to achieve. And that might be what's happening here, where you kind of lose the plot a bit when it comes to, you know, maybe you're like, nobody can help me. I have to do this all on my own. And especially too with the Nine of Pentacles here as well. It's a card of independence. And it's a card of wanting to have your achievements, having the ability to celebrate your achievements. And achievements you've done by yourself as well. So I just feel like that you might be feeling like you have to do this alone when you really don't, right? We have a team, we have a cast that can support you here and help you get through this, help you work through and achieve happiness here. So very interesting, very interesting. So let's take a look and see what we got here for you, for some potential clarifiers for your outcome cards. I was going to say your challenge cards. We just did your challenge cards. There's that King of Cups again. Four of Cups. The Judgment card. Yeah, there we go. The King of Cups, we were talking about how your emotions and such may be out of whack here, and you kind of lose that balance and get a little too caught up in things. the King of Cups now in your resolution, saying, yeah, no, we've found that peace, we found our zen, we've got that balance there, we're back to operating in a good position here. The Four of Cups, thinking about the future, daydreaming, thinking about like what is future Virgo gonna look like here. So I'm loving that too. And the Judgment card, committing to doing this, committing to whatever it is, right? So, you know, you might lose the plot a little bit this week, but, you know, just you got a supporting cast, whether that's your family, your friends, your loved ones, whoever it may be, the internet too, people there for their opinions on some ideas of what you can do, and just asking them as well for help, and that'll get you there. That'll help get you there and keep you on track and keep you moving towards what future Virgo's good calm waters are going to look like. So let's take a look and see what we got for an oracle card here to tie everything off for you here, Virgo. Hopefully this has been resonating with you. Hopefully this has been helping you out. Let's see what we got. Oh my Lord. Take that one. Cards just want to go everywhere. What do we got? We got the Scarab Beetle Spirit saying magic works through you. Yeah, you just got to let it go. Like, you got to let the magic work through you. You can't, if you let it kind of like, you fall off a bit, like I say, fall off the wagon, lose the plot, whatever that may look like to you. Just because that happens doesn't mean magic's not working through you anymore. Just a little bit of a hiccup, maybe, you know, a little bit of a deviation here, or maybe a sign to like, okay, we need to clear some blockages here. And that might be just asking for some help, right? Just ask for some help, you know, help other people make sure things are cleared out so there aren't any blockages. Help you clear the space, right? So hopefully that has helped you out here, Virgo. If you want to help out the channel though, you can hit that thumbs up, that like button down below. Helps out the channel a ton. Lets YouTube know you like what I do here. You can also subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. And then you can find me easier as I upload your videos every week. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. See what's going on over there too. Hopefully that's resonating and helping you out as well. Thank you again for being here, Virgo, and I hope to see you in the next video.